And that shit was bumping. I love house music, man. It's high vibes, high energy. It goes a long way, you know? A lot of people are just miserable in life. Anyways, I'm in my 2006 Ford F-150, not my Tremor. It's funny. I want to tell you a story about this truck. 2006 Ford F-150. It's old, beat up, and whatever. And the story is about this truck is that I made 6 figures for 2 years trading, and I still drove this truck around with a lot of money, and I was stacking it up. I was putting it into long-term investments, letting that compound. I was putting money away. I was saving and saving and saving. I even lived at my parents' house for all of that time to save all my money as a young, I was 20 something years old, saving all the money that I could. I was not buying the watches. I wasn't buying the cars. I wasn't spending it on designer clothes. I was putting it all away. The only money I would allow myself to spend are necessities and also experiences. If I wanted to go on a fishing trip with my family, if I wanted to go on a trip with my friends, I would have no problem paying for it. And that's because experiences and memories are the most valuable thing in life, and you can't recreate those. And you're definitely not going to remember the money that you made, but you will remember the memories that you made. So that's very important to me. But anyways, long story short, a lot of people attacked me when they would see me in person, and they would be like, oh, if you're making so much money, like hometown people, if you're making so much money, why are you still driving the truck that you had in high school? Why are you still driving that shitty truck? And it's just like, how goofy is that? One, like, if you're saying that, you're just goofy. But two, because I know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to flex it to you guys. That's not my point of trying to become successful or even making money trading. My point was to stack my bread until I could buy something 10 times over again. Just like now, they're like, oh, how are you building a house at 24? Like, no way, bro. Like, how are you doing that? Drive your 2006 F-150 to the ground. Don't buy a new car when you can't afford it, right? Compound your growth over time. Take those trading gains, put some away from taxes, and put them all into long-term stocks and let them compound for you, right? Like, it's not that hard of a game, but it's all about sacrifice. And if you're not willing to sacrifice these little things to make it big, you fall victim and you fall to this trap that society tells you about trying to impress others. It's so dumb. You're buying a car that you can't afford. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know. But anyways, that's the story of this truck. And I still have it. I'm going to keep it because I could beat it up. I could do whatever I want with it. I could trailer the boat. I can, whatever the case may be. But I love this truck. It holds sentimental value to myself. And I'll never forget that and all those comments that I've gotten in the past for having this truck. Oh, if you make so much money, why are you still driving that beat up truck? Like, what's going on? Like, that's such a stupid thing. And in fact, if you're making a bunch of money and you're driving a shitty car or whatever it is, good for you, man. That's awesome. And it just shows that your priorities are in a good place. And not saying that if you have a really nice car, your priorities aren't either. Trust me, if I had millions and millions of dollars, I'd have a nice car too. So I'm not at that level yet. And I understand that. So when I get there, I'll have that. But for right now, we're still building, right? We're building one step at a time. And that's all what trading is about. Figure out your rules, figure out your system, and keep doing it over and over again. You don't have to be making the 10K days. You can be making the $200, $300, $500 days, but compounding is important and putting it into somewhere else that can grow as well. I made a lot of my money back last year with NVIDIA stock. Dude, I threw in all of my trading profits from 2 years prior into NVIDIA when NVIDIA was just trading in the hundreds to 200s, like before the stock split. It was insane. Easy 600% gain plus 1,000 almost gain. And that type of investment right there makes trading compound. And you don't need to be investing, but I think it's definitely not talked about enough, and you definitely should do so. Let me show you this bad boy. A little rust on it, you know what I mean? But, oh, that's annoying. Let's get rid of that. Oh yeah, we need new tires, but I lost that running board. It just fell off. But old reliable, man. 2006 Ford, you can't beat it. You could never break it. All of this trash needs to go. And since my last video, some things did happen. I'm going to show you. First things first is in the crib, we got a fan and a light. That's pretty cool. Looks great. Whatever, turn that off. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, this is the new vanity tops. Remember I told you there was a sink right here in my last video and didn't work out, but look at that. Obviously we're gonna repaint and everything, so it's gonna look really good, but these things are so hard. These vanity tops look so good. I'll show you the upstairs. The upstairs ones you can really see how good they look. See, but this is why I didn't buy a new vehicle until I can buy something 10 times over at least. That's my philosophy. You should not buy something that's not an investment if you can't buy it 10 times over. So clean, bro. So, with that being said, I just wanted to show you around and I wanted to give you a story about that truck and the false reality that a lot of people live in. It's a damn shame that people make fun of people for driving the vehicle when they don't even know what's going on. They think, a lot of people these days just think that your car is a true, or your nice car, truck, or watch makes you wealthy. If you're a young trader, I want to be the only young trader on the internet to tell you to stop buying that stupid shit. Trading will always work out if you work for the right reasons. If you're trading to make money, you're cooked. If you're trading to get rich and buy that car, you're cooked. I'm telling you, if you believe in God, you believe in His purpose, and you work towards something valuable every single day, you're purpose driven, you have good faith, and you love the people around you, and you always care for them. Do all of those things correctly, work on yourself, go to the gym, eat correctly. I guarantee you things in your life will start to turn around and your trading will also turn. Anybody watching this video can 100% become a profitable trader, no doubt in my mind. I didn't think it was possible. I lost for 3 years straight. 3 years of negative 50K in return. That's what trading gave me for 3 years. But yeah, I just want to talk about that because too many people are getting caught up in all the cars these days and all the materialistic things. They mean nothing without love. They mean nothing without purpose. They mean nothing without God. Those things will put a smile on your face, but over the long term, they won't fulfill you. They won't make your heart happy. Take care of the people that you love. Take care of yourself. Believe in the mission and the purpose God has created you for, and live your life that way. Love you guys. Peace.